The Aestii at the court of the Gothic king. Chronicles of the 6th century. In the Aestian heritage, there are finds that bear witness to the later Roman history. In Lithuania, in the city of Kaunas, 2 coins of Emperor Honorius were discovered. His father, Emperor Theodosius I, divided the Roman state into 2 parts, east and west. He gave the western part to his son Honorius, who ruled it between AD 395 and 423. Upon beginning his reign, he moved the capital from Rome to Ravenna. Not long after, in AD 476, came the sunset of the millennial Rome. The Germanic leader Odoacer forced the young Western Roman Emperor Romulus Augustulus to abdicate, and here into the arena of great politics entered the Goth Theodoric the Great. In AD 488, his Goths crossed the Alps and seized Ravenna. In AD 493, Theodoric founded the first Gothic kingdom. Among the legacies of those turbulent times is a letter of Theodoric the Great to the Aestii, which is dated to the end of the first quarter of the 6th century. From your envoys who arrived, we understood that you are making every effort to establish acquaintance with us, so that, living on the shores of the ocean, you might contribute to our design. For among so many tribes, it is no easy thing to undertake such a journey. Therefore, with great longing to greet you, we declare that through the bearers of this letter, the amber you sent has been received with the greatest gratitude. We have also conveyed certain matters to you verbally through your envoys, through whom we likewise proclaim that we have assigned to you what should be pleasing. We do not know to whom Theodoric the Great wrote, who was the person for whom this letter was intended, although we know that the customs of that time did not allow Theodoric the Great to write to anyone other than a person of equal rank, a king. We have the Prussian Chronicle written by Simon Gruneau in the early 16th century, and in it the story of the Aestian kings Brutenis and Vaidevutis. It begins in AD 521, when Brutenis and his brother Vaidevutis gathered their wisest men and elected Brutenis king. But he refused, saying, "By the will of our almighty gods I swore to serve them. But my brother Vaidevutis is a brave man. Take him as king, and he will govern you justly." This story is remarkably connected with Theodoric's ambition to gather a union of the northern tribes against Byzantium and with the timing of the Aestian embassy to Ravenna. The embassy was large, and it could have included eminent warriors and noble envoys of the Aestian world. Perhaps one of them was the distinguished Aestian warrior who lived in the center of Lithuania, in Plinkaigalis, at the end of the 5th and in the first quarter of the 6th century. The diversity of his grave goods can bewilder any researcher. A 25-year-old man stood out from the others. A battle axe and a peaceful carpenter's chisel, a fighting knife and a bone amulet, a drinking horn and footwear, a bracelet, a fibula, and a neck ring. What was this tall man, at least 180 centimeters in height, in life? A military noble? It seems so. His neck ring was cast of pure silver. The ends of his cloak were fastened by a heavy yet graceful bronze fibula. His bracelet was of massive bronze, useful even in combat. Hanging from his belt, he carried a drinking horn mounted with silver. This is a symbol indicating his high rank, and at the same time a ritual vessel for gatherings, diplomatic meetings, and feasts of the military fellowship. Beside it lay the carpenter's tool, a small, elegant iron chisel. Such working tools are a great rarity in early medieval graves. And there was also the bone amulet embodying the sun, which nowhere else, neither in our land nor in the entire Baltic area, has ever been found. It is decorated with carvings of birds' beaks and engravings signifying the sun. His footwear is the rarest find in our heritage. His high boots reaching to the knees, with straps joined by ornate buckles and bronze strap mounts decorated with impressed patterns and strap tongues, must have been convenient for a rider wearing spurs. The nobleman's weapons were a fighting knife and a battle axe. The axe is small and graceful, its haft about 40 centimeters long. With a single blow, it could penetrate a material about 12 centimeters deep. The fighting knife was of iron, with narrow, long blades, about 30 centimeters in length. Looking at this noble warrior, one almost does not see items in his dress or weaponry that would directly connect Plinkaigalis with the events unfolding in southern Europe. Yet at Plinkaigalis, there was found a marvelous collection of drinking horns created by an Aestian goldsmith living there. In the motifs of deer, roe, and duck ornaments, those connections appear. The ornamental designs are not typical of Aestian art. They were favored by Scandinavian craftsmen, and they could be seen in the environment of the Ravenna court, where numerous guests gathered. Among them were embassies from Scandinavian and Baltic peoples. Most likely, the sphere of acquaintance with that northern art was the whirl of nations around Ravenna.